Tonight on Tabletop Commander, Breya Ethereum Shaper Artifact Deck. Hi everyone, and welcome to another one of my reboot videos. This is an improvement over the original video. The deck is largely the same, but in this particular deck, I have gone ahead and made a large series of changes, so this deck is different from the one that I do have listed. So if you've seen the other deck, you might want to go ahead and stay tuned to this deck. As always with my decks, there are no infinite combos, there's no two-turn wins or anything of that sort. Although, this being Breya, there still are some crazy shenanigans in the deck. So, let's get right into it. First, a couple of quick notes. I don't do mana bases anymore in any of my decks. So, this one, I'm just going to make the quick observation that you should probably include artifacts, lands. The deck, when you buy it, does come with some, but you might want to go ahead and include the rest of the cycle that'll fit into the deck. Like Ancient Den, I believe, might come with it, and the Darksteel Citadel definitely comes with it. And there's one for blue, black, and red as well. Make sure you have all of those in the deck. Inventor's Fair from Kaladesh is another good choice, as it'll help you fetch out a really good artifact. So, getting straight into the deck now. We have Breya Ethereum Shaper as our commander. It is a 4-color non-green commander. Getting right into it. First we have our Mana Rocks. You want to flood this thing with Mana Rocks. I have Ever-Flowing Chalice, Mox Diamond, Mana Crypt, Mox Opal, Mana Vault, Soul Ring, Grim Monolith, Basalt Monolith, Darksteel Ingot, Commander Sphere. I also have the Blink Moth Urn and the Gilded Lotus. I did put a lot of Mana Rocks into this deck because I do play a lot of things that rely on Mana Rocks, as you'll see in just a few minutes. Moving on, we have Sensei's Dividing Top, pretty much an auto-include. Planar Bridge, one of the main reasons for the Mana Rocks. You want to get this out quick and be able to activate it very quickly. Memory Jar, one of the best draw cards in the game when you're dealing with artifacts. Skull Clamp, pretty much a gimme. Aetherworks Marvel, this is another one that got included in this version of the deck. It's the only way of generating energy in the deck is the Marvel itself, but with a lot of things going in and going out very quickly, it very quickly becomes a force for getting many cards out of your deck and onto the table. Voltaic Key, pretty much a given for this deck. Darksteel Forge, make everything indestructible, another given for this deck. As well as the Nevinyrral's Disc. This is one of those crazy combos I was talking about. You want the Darksteel Forge and the Nevinyrral's Disc out at the same time. Pretty much what Duretti players did as well, but in this deck. Cranial Plating for making some really big beats out of your commander. Possible win condition there. Swiftfoot Boots for protecting the commander, as well as some of the other more interesting creatures that I play. Mycosynth Wellspring for getting some lands out, for some mana fixing. Ichor Wellspring for drawing. Ashnod's Altar. Paradox Engine. Pretty much a give-me in this deck now with all those Mana Rocks. This is the main reason why I played so many Mana Rocks, and I even added a few more, I think. Paradox Engine is a totally broken card. Get your play in now. I almost guarantee it's going to be banned at some point in the not-too-distant future. Duretti comes with the deck, stays in the deck. Amazing artifact manipulation card. Brainstorm, pretty much a given with blue. Vampiric Tutor and Enlightened Tutor for getting out those artifacts. I don't actually play enchantments, so you are just fetching artifacts with those. Cyclonic Rift, because we play blue. Trash for Treasure, another great include that came with the deck, so it's going to stay in the deck. Fabricate for some searching, as well as Demonic Tutor, same reason, of course. Moving on to creatures, Chief Engineer, a fantastic card that comes with the deck. Convoke on your artifacts is just amazing. Vidalcan Engineer, a great mana guy for artifacts. Metalworker, little on the pricey side, but definitely worth it in this deck. Ethereum Sculptor and Foundry Inspector both reduce the cost of cards in this deck. Some people have actually suggested that I take them out because they're not huge. They don't have a huge impact on the deck. But I actually kind of like them in there. If you don't like them in your version of the deck, go ahead and take them out. I think if I found better cards to put in, those would probably be the first cards on the cutting block. Muzio Visionary Architect for great card draw, or pseudo card draw ability. Trinket Mage for fetching up some of those mana rocks. Solemn Simulacrum, pretty much an auto include in any deck. Sidgery Galvanic Genius. I actually took this out of one of my original decks, and a couple of people actually suggested that I leave it in there. A couple of people said I should leave it out. So this is one of those ones that I'm kind of on the fence about. One person suggested that I play this with the Kaladesh artifact that deals 50 damage. You pay 50 life and it deals 50 damage. That would be great because you activate the lifelink and you just pretty much just ping everybody. 50 to you, 50 to you, 50 to you. I win. There you go. Super quick, just like that. So that's definitely a possibility. I don't have that in my deck, but it's one that I'm considering. Hannah Ship's Navigator comes with the deck, stays in the deck. Goblin Schweibmeister, also known as the Goblin Welder from Urza's Legacy. Pretty much an auto-include deck in any red artifact deck. Fairy Artisans. It's pretty much best used for keeping opponents at bay. Sun Titan for getting those artifacts back. Padim for a little bit of card draw as well as protecting our artifacts. Aether Sworn Canonist to annoy the hell out of people. Sharum the Hedgemon. Oh man, if that doesn't sound like that's not a stoner name, I don't know what is. Well, it's an artifact, so it's probably made out of a stone, so I'm going to stone Sphinx there. So, big beats as well as getting an artifact back. Memnarch. This guy is just badass and crazy. You can just really go ham on people with the number of mana rocks and the paradox engine. Just pretty much take everyone's stuff, and that's a win condition right there. Sphinx Summoner, another Sphinx in this deck. Arkham Dagson. Oh man, I had such a headache getting this guy. I went and got him probably about 2 weeks after the deck came out, and the price surged. It went from like a $4 or $5 card to a $25 card overnight, and everyone had it listed for $25 or $20 or whatever. I found this one, believe it or not, on Star City Games. They still had it for $5. So I went ahead and grabbed one. So, Star City of all places, right? Usually they're a little on the higher end, but they still had it, and they honored the price, and fantastic for them. So I won't be afraid to look at them in the future. Silas Wren for more artifact recovery. Master Transmuter, amazing card in this deck. Filigree Angel, another amazing card that came with the deck, stays in the deck. Great life gainer. Mirror Battlesphere, same as the other card. Came with the deck, stays with the deck. Big beats on this guy. Baleful Strix, same thing yet again. It's a good card. It's good for the draw, and it's good for keeping people at bay with their bigger, meaner things. Marionette Master, you want to fabricate, put all the 1/1 counters on him, and then every time an artifact you control is put into the graveyard, it deals that much damage to target opponent. And this becomes a win condition, especially when you can when you have a sack outlet out and just go ham on people with it. Noxious Gear Hulk, big beats and a little bit of removal. Duplicate, removal. Worm Coil Engine, just a big thuggy card that doesn't really need to be explained. Baymax, or should I say Platinum Empyrean, he's the armored Baymax from Big Hero 6. Big beats and an annoying card. And my last card, Combustible Gear Hulk. More big beats as well as some pseudo draw or some damage. In EDH, they're almost always going to make you draw because nobody wants to risk the cards being Platinum Imperium and then two of those big angels or something like that, and or Darksteel Forge and end up taking an absolute ton of damage. So, that's my deck for today. Like, subscribe, share, comment, dance a freaking dance. I don't know, whatever. Go ahead. Have a great day.